So, Osano, tell us, when did you first decide to become a jazz artist?
Well, I've been singing from the age of 3, but I think professionally, I've been singing since I was about 12. I was entering various competitions, the National Arts Festival, E. Clement Bethel National Arts Festival, and I was awarded a trip for winning the E. Clement Bethel Award. I was awarded a 4-month trip with Roscoe Dames and Anton Wallace to the Duke Ellington School of Music in Washington, D.C.
But why jazz?
People always ask why jazz, but when they sit down, it's kind of like, why not, Jazz is very free. The history of jazz is just second to none. There is a rich culture, especially for the black community in America when it comes to jazz music.
So who are some famous jazz performers who have influenced you over the years?
Over the years, I would say the person that stands out most to me right now, I would have to say, is Sammy Davis. Not the fact that Sammy was a short man like me and performing the music, but he met jazz and he grew up in a time where, or he was living in a time where the world was predominantly white. And through music and through character, Sammy Davis was actually able to, I would say, manipulate the white population and get them on his side through the music that he was singing.
So I'd imagine that you probably performed multiple places around the world. Mm-hmm. But what is one of your favorite memories growing up in the jazz community?
In the jazz community, I would think that going to Nashville to record my first EP.
Do you find that jazz in the Bahamas is on the rise and that it's supported by the Bahamian people?
Yes, I feel as though jazz is on the rise. This country has a large population of jazz listeners and those that actually follow jazz music. When Naomi Taylor was in the Hilton, that's when I feel it was biggest. Every Tuesday and Thursday, I'm telling you, people from all walks would leave work and come to the Hilton to hear Naomi sing the sounds. And now that she is at Bahama, or I am at Bahama, Clinton Crawford is at Bahama, people still come out to hear the music. And what I appreciate too is that the young people are now appreciating the music and using the music and kind of feeling the styles.
So this jazz fusion, tell us a little bit more about that. What exactly is that?
And per se, I'm truly not versed in that kind of music, but what I can tell you about the music in layman's terms is that it's a feel-good kind of music. It's right off of the cuff, it's more modern than the older standards like All of Me or Bye Bye Blackbird, music like that. So basically I would put standard jazz music in a category for the older people, and the jazz fusion being culture on the rise. It's more modern twist to it, yeah.
So Osano, beyond the jazz, right? Yeah. I know that takes up a lot of your time.
It does,
but
yes.
What are some of the other things that you do?
Well, I'm sure people just know me from music, so it's going to be kind of a shock that people know that I'm not the little boy just going around singing anymore. I work at Short Trader, Swiss America Securities, but I also have a shipping company now. My shipping company is Island Gopher Enterprise, and I started about 4 months ago. It's always been my dream. I think 3 years ago it came to me. I consulted with a lot of my professors down in university, and we mapped out a plan for it to work, and I brought it to the country, and it's been doing well ever since.
What is some advice that you give to other young persons who are interested in getting into jazz?
I think the biggest thing that people deal with when it refers to them pursuing their dreams and what's not is fear. There's not been a time where I wasn't fearful. There's still some times where I stand up on stage and I'm shaking, So the advice I would give to young people is to pursue the dream. And you can tell everybody this is your song, yeah. It may be quite simple, but now that it's done, I hope you don't mind, I hope you don't mind that I put down in words how wonderful life is while you're in the world.
So I've had the opportunity to see Osano perform live in Eleuthera, and I'll say that that's something that you have to see for yourself. He's an amazing performer. So tell us, where can we find you? You know, you're going to be performing coming up soon, and
Yes.
where can we find you is the question.
Regularly on Fridays and Saturdays, I will be at Bahamas, 7:30 to 9:45 in the Blue Note Lounge.
Yeah, because I feel like a lot of Bahamians are, obviously they're aware of jazz music,
Right.
but they're not aware of the Bahamians who
No.
perform the jazz music, and especially this younger generation.
Right.
They're now discovering that, you know, as you say, when they go to different night venues, they're now seeing
Right.
jazz for the first time. So it's good to learn more about it.
It is, it truly is. And we have a lot of people that come into the country, foreigners and expats, and they pump a lot of money into this music. I don't think a lot of people know what, you know, how we as musicians, jazz musicians, value the music in this country, because it brings us jobs, it makes a livelihood for us, and at the end of the day, when people listen to us, they just, you know, feel empowered, they feel uplifted.
They feel alive.
They feel alive. I like that.